So if we walk the grass line straight down from the road, I think we can go up there and see my car. My car's parked right on the road. So, which is probably from there to here is probably close to 100 meters. And one walks right along the grassland with our flashlights. We should see that red tag. And then behind it, the ground was too hard. It wasn't close enough to the marshy area for me to stick it in. But there is the pole. You can see the red, hopefully, at the top of it. But the key will be to finding the red tag. It's down in the ground. It could be moved, but I just think it's going to be pretty hard to put it anyplace here. And I did actually put a little bit of reflective tape on a piece of masking tape, but it's hanging on a brush, piece of brush on the side. So, hopefully we'll see it. We should see it as we come along with a flashlight. I'll see if I can get some more reflective material. But now walking back to the car, it would be difficult to walk through. It's just now coming out. But as we walk along, the distance between this last pylon and the end of the site is maybe 20, 30 meters. I just used my pacing for it. There is a trail right in between. It goes down to get access to the other pylon that's here. And so one can get a better view of the marsh area, which has predominantly cattails, and I would guess other water shrubs. We can go right down here along the edge of it. And again, the freeway is very close. And then looking up, one can see the way this is set up that about half of the site is actually some distance from the water and not really marshy. So to the extent we hear frogs when we're out here, it will be in the area to the left. So this is the focal point. I'll zero in on the pike. Let's see, it's right there. It does have some reflective tape and some green tape. And if one were to go in a straight line, that's facing, you want to be facing approximately south-southeast. And so it's a line then that goes in. I have another green marker right there. So if one draws a line and goes straight through this deadwood and you'd see into the brush, I think we'll have to eyeball what 100 meters would be. You can kind of figure it. And then this way, when you go look to the right, you continue that straight line and you'll see there's a pylon. If I could show the pylon in the background. And so you brush right in front of that, stay in a straight line, go under the wires and envision about 100 meters in that direction. And then make an arc. So in front of us is a marsh. Dead wood, dead trees, cattails, a lot of cattails, and I can't remember the names of these grasses, but I'll show them close up. I know I can look them up. I think they're not native. Anyway, one will want to walk with care. This end of the trail here is, it's a lot of cattails, so obviously it can be a lot wetter here than it is right now. So walking in the dark, we want to make sure we have good flashlights, but pretty soon the trail becomes really quite good. Here's a close-up on this other grass. On our right, it is rather wet in places, so I would suggest some sort of boots or shoes that can tolerate being wet. But the whole area to the left is totally young trees, places where it's a little drier, and then the grasses which extend, I think, almost all the way down to the road. And you'll see that this trail will go over into meet another trail that's quite a well-maintained trail. There's a moon. I'm not quite sure when it comes up. One may not necessarily see them, but as soon as we see these green stripes or green markers, we'll know we're close to the area. And then going straight back is really easy. You can also hear the traffic in the background, so you can see it is kind of sloppy in a couple places. And then the only obstacle, so to speak, on this little trail is this one tree which is laying across it. Oh, I just saw a very blue bird. I don't know if it was a purple indigo bunting or or possibly a bluebird. I don't know. It was bigger, I think, than a bluebird. So here's the only obstacle really to overcome, which isn't hard to do if you're not carrying a 8-foot pole. I'm coming close to where this trail meets several other trails. It's actually a little memorial, couple memorial plaques right here. And this will take us back. We make a left here. There's a big log across the way, which is kind of handy, let you know you're coming up. And you can see that it's just a straight shot all the way down this trail to the parking lot. It was a great relief to find out that there was a trail at the end here, because at first I thought we were going to have to cut through this immense mass of fight. Walked off the trail just so you can see them a little bit better. And as I say, it's they seem to be stuck in several lines, but there's some white ones and yellow white ones going up one area with there's an aisle in the middle, so there's the gate, and there's Clover Street, and right across there's a development and the sign for the park, and there's the white farmhouse and barn. Right after you pass the park, you'll go past that, and you can probably see in the background the pylons. That's where you're going to park first. If we go to that site first, that'll be the easiest to get to.